Well, he proposed in a very, can I say, unconventional way. Why I say that is because we had had a very, very bad argument prior to that proposal. Like, I knew we are breaking up because we had this big fight. I can't even remember what were we fighting about. Funny enough, I can't even
we had so
remember.
many rough
But we
edges
had so
to-
many rough edges.
Yeah.
And then coupled it with the fact that he has a very strong personality. I do too. Basically, our personalities are almost similar. I think he's a male version of me and I'm the female version of him.
Yeah.
And it's weird because people say opposite poles attract, but for us we are just, I don't know, we are like the same. So I liked his outgoing, go-getter, spirit-filled kind of like, when he wants something he'll go for it, because that's how I am, you get. So most of the things that we were doing were so, I loved it. So our personalities were strong-headed. So this particular time, I don't know what we were arguing about, and he stood his ground and I stood my ground. And I was like, no, it has to go this way. And I'm thinking, who are you to tell me? No. So both of us, no, no, no. So by the time I think we were leaving, we just knew this is done. And I was also done. It was like, these arguments are just too much. I can't handle this. You can imagine now someone who you loved their personality and now they're getting onto your nerve. I think that's the same thing we have in our marriages. You love someone for what they have when you're dating, then you get into marriage. What really attracted to you becomes a very big ike, becomes the central thing that just pokes you. So I can't remember what we argued about, but we argued and we broke up. I think we did because
we broke up several times.
We're breaking up so many times.
You're
But
like,
I
"It's
think,
over."
but I think this one was very bad because what we did, we were at Memorial Park. That's where we used to go and just chill and just talk, because I mean, by then your campus people, you don't have even the money to go to Java and stuff. So that's where we used to go and buy some bananas, walk, go pay 20 shillings, get down there. But at this particular day, I think we were going to sort out an issue of which it was not sorted. So he crossed the road and left me standing at Memorial. You remember?
Yeah, that was me.
And I also crossed.
I can't deny.
And I also crossed, and I'm shouting across the road like a mad woman, like, why
she,
are you
she was
leaving?
actually mad. She looked mad. As in, how
I'm
can
like,
you?
we have to solve this thing now. Like, so he's looking at me. He goes, he pandas the number 2 bus, and I got into it. I didn't even care whether it was.
You swear I'm telling you she was mad? As
I
in,
didn't even care whether it was full or not. And then the next thing he alights at you remember Maguga Center? Was it Maguga Center along Gong Road?
Bishop Magua.
Bishop Magua. Oh yes, Bishop Magua.
Magua Center.
So you alight at Maguga Center. He did. And then that's when I thought, my God, I really didn't want to get here. This is what I was escaping from. I was escaping from a life of being so like a chronic maniac because of a guy. So I didn't. So I
You were
went
crazy.
home. Yeah, I know I was crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm.
Yeah. So, but we've grown. We've grown so much. We've really grown.
Nowadays, we don't leave each other at the stage.
Yeah, we don't leave each other. He doesn't cross,
And make
but
sure that
we've
we've
grown.
gotten home
We've grown.
safely. And,
So I went home. I was so hurt. Called my pastor. I remember. Cried because we're also accountable. Funny enough, all that when that was happening, we had very good accountability from our pastor. He actually knew our every move. So I called my pastor and I told him, you know what, Dad, I can't handle this guy. I'm done. I'm done with Johnny. He's like, what has Johnny done? So I start ranting on him on the, imagine, Percy, he just left me on the road, blah, 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 blah. So, of course, being a lovely dad, you'll be like, just calm down, we'll talk about it. And then now, that was when? I think on a Friday.
yeah.
On Saturday, he calls me. He's like, I need us to talk. So in my head, I'm like, I am going to come to you and give you a piece of my mind. Thank you for the meeting. You shall know who I am. So I was all pumped up to tell him, you know what? I'm the one dumping you. You're not going to dump me. The way you left me on the road, no. That, I'm undoing it now. So I'm going to give you a piece of my mind. I'll dump you. So yeah. So I crossed the road.
You see how we say the heart of a man is
So I went to
evil
I know, but then the
and
heart of a
beyond
man
repair?
is so evil
Huh?
because that's what I had planned. And so I went.
How can you dump such a man? How? Come on.
Anyway, so what happened?
We use
We
the
went
bad
to
manners
Bishop
on our
Magua.
kids.
Yeah, we use the bad manners on our
Yeah.
children. There's a Chinese restaurant, I think it's still there. It's called Miniso. So I sat composing myself.
It was Misono.
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 By the way, it was Misono by then. So I sat down and he sits there. We're just staring at each other blankly. And I'm thinking, throw a jab. I'm waiting for you, brother. Just throw something. Throw it. He's not talking. He just said, excuse me. He left. So I thought he's gone to the washrooms. Fine. So he went, came, sat. And then the next thing, the waiters who are there, they are coming with this cake, and they are like, I can't even remember which song they were singing, but they were singing some song. I think by then we loved.
There was some.
There was some
love
song.
ballads. I don't know whether
I don't know
they're
what
still
he
there.
did. I don't know. I don't know if he trained them or just asked them like, do you know this song? And they happened to know. So he came. They come with him, and they come. Then the next thing, he goes down on one knee and asks me, do you want to marry me? Will you be my wife? Have you ever been confused? As in, at that time, I was wondering, oh my God, you've just proposed, but we're in the middle of a heated argument. Oh my God, yes, I want to be your wife. Yeah. Okay, the argument can stay. Psh, whatever, man. We'll sort it out. Yeah, I want to be your wife. And that's how he proposed.